So in conclusion, calculating the performance of the solar array for every 15-minute period for every day, and then putting on top of that a variable rate electric rate structure that changes by the day of the week. You know, trying to calculate that all by hand, you're gonna make a mistake. Um, Trying to do all the electrical code calculations by hand, you're gonna make a mistake. The solar design software has advanced to the point where it is more accurate than what a human can do on their own. There's a wide variety of tools out there. It's really just a question of budget. And while software fees that range from 100, solar design tool is 50, but a lot of these guys start at 100 and some go up to 300 a month. That sounds pretty expensive from a monthly subscription fee. On the other hand, how much is a 3D shade analysis on a $20,000 solar project worth? It can be catastrophic if you skip over it in some cases. In other cases where you don't have any trees around, you might not need the shade analysis, but you may only need a one line diagram for project permitting. So, depending on what you need for how your company functions in the industry, might determine your best software purchasing package. Um, and across the board, there's very little out there to help a designer with batteries other than economic analysis. On a brighter note, substantial amount of this project documentation can be conducted off-site. I'd say PV Complete would be my best of show, and mainly because as a solar design engineer, I have a passion for detailed construction drawings. I don't think that there's enough in the industry, and PV Complete has the can generate the most detailed drawings in house. Although it definitely has a big con in that without LiDAR data, its shade analysis functions will be limited. And so if you go with PV Complete, you may also need to go with another software for shade analysis. Or you get pretty ballsy and say, I don't need to do shade analysis. We're going to talk about that in a minute. On the topic of shade analysis, Helioscope does it quick and easy, to the point. And there's a reason they're, the popular tool. And for that matter, their competitor Aurora gets high marks for having a very robust 3D modeling system. If your goal is to have accurate shade analyzer, Aurora is the most feature-rich software out there. They're also a little on the high end of the price range, and so you do, that saying goes, you get what you pay for. With that higher price point, Aurora is trying to be the most feature-rich in terms of doing some economic analysis that Energy Toolbase does. Doing some one-line diagramming, but not as much as PV Complete or even Solar Design Tool. It really stands out for kind of having the best shade modeling and 3D all in one. It's a very good choice. The the only con that I really have against Aurora is that you still need another software for generating permit documentation, because they're not trying to be your electrician. They're trying to be your design software, and so they're not they don't have the same vision as PV Complete does on what their role is on your generating your project documents. Um, Energy Toolbase I found to be, almost essential for commercial modeling because it can hone in on commercial facility economics so well when you get onto demand charge electric rates. It's pretty incredible what you can do with a battery and a solar array on demand charges nowadays, and it's going to be what gets you there. Um, Pylon is a popular software in Australia. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it over to the United States or not. I know they want to, but it's already kind of a crowded market. The reason why Pylon is popular in Australia is because Near Maps is a pretty expensive high resolution imagery software company, and Pylon has more affordable, high resolution images. So, uh, I thought I'd point that out. Pylon also has some interesting marketing where they try and incorporate kind of features you get with Salesforce or um, HubSpot, where it lets you kind of spy on your customer in the sense that when they're looking at the proposal and signing proposals. With all these online forms, you can kind of behind the scenes already know what your customer is spending time on.